Right. So next topic is going to be talking about the content of emails, because I know a lot of our members go, well, even if I did create an email list, what am I going to talk about? I haven't got anything to say. And you totally have. And I think Lisa has got some brilliant examples of things that you can say, really easy content ideas, but also this could be transferred into your social media. What we don't want to do is be creating your more and more work. This is something that you can set up, whether it's your social media, and you can transfer it across, or vice versa. So over to you, Lisa, about content ideas and what to say.
So I think as a starting point, to say that you don't have anything to say and you haven't got any content to talk about, I would ask you, have you posted on social media this week? And you probably have. And I think at the very, very beginning, when I started my newsletter was, I was posting 5 times a week on social, and I would pick the 2 posts that had the most engagement from my customers, from my followers. And I would use that in my email because I knew that it was resonating with them. So I was like, well, I'm just going to make sure that it's really going to everybody. So in terms of creating content, you are already creating things to talk about to your customers. So as a starting point, you absolutely can be using what you're putting on social media. What I would like you to get into the habit of is doing it the other way around. So I would love you to create your email content, and then I would love you to split that into your social posts. So it's things like making sure that you're telling us what is happening in your brand at the moment, behind the scenes. Is it that you've got new fabrics, new suppliers, you're doing a buying appointment, you're looking at new collections? It could be really personal and your studio has flooded, so you're currently having to work in your spare bedroom. It's anything. Just give us a little bit of a behind the scenes, something that's happening within your business that makes us go, you are a real person. I then think that you should give us a little bit of an insight to your product specifics. So in terms of today, I want to tell you a little bit about such and such, such and such. This could be a product that you've had in your collection for years. It could be a new product. It normally is going to hold some sort of meaning to you. It's going to have a narrative. It's going to have a story behind it. Tell us, talk to us about it. I also then think that the third section of your email marketing can be something totally random. It can be a fact about pottery if you are a potter. It can be a fact about a really big jewelry company if you are a jewelry maker. It can be something really out there and something that's totally not relevant to your brand. It can be a podcast that you're listening to, a book that you've read, a recipe. It can be the fact that you've not killed a plant this year and that's your New Year's resolution. It's quite clearly not my New Year's resolution because this one isn't looking great. But make it relatable, make it informative. And I always work on the idea within any email communication: serve, 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 sell. So right at the bottom of your email, that's where you can be going. Also, why don't you go and check out our Step into Spring collection? We've got so many amazing things. Other little pieces that you can include is customer photos. We're so distant to put customer photos on our social media because sometimes our customers don't take the best of photos, so it ruins our feed. You should be putting these in your email communication. Customer reviews. Oh my goodness, if you have got amazing reviews from your customers, you should be including one in every single email that you send. So now that I've listed it out like that, it probably doesn't seem quite so overwhelming in terms of thinking of things to talk about to our customers about.
Yeah, I love that. I love the bit as well about just putting things that you really like, because your customers want to know more about you and like the deeper side of you. The other thing that a lot of makers do is they have another maker feature as well sometimes. So feature one of your friends, somebody who you like, and, you know, this is what it's about.
And get them to do it on there. So it's kind of like, oh, should we talk about each other in each other's newsletters? Absolutely. You could interview people. You could interview another maker and turn it into a mini question and answer blog post. It can, the creative ways that you can talk to your consumers is endless. You've just got to have a little bit more confidence that people care, because people really do. They're so interested in what you're doing.
Yeah, perfect. And then finally, it's just how often should they send out an email? What's the advice on that?
I would say consistency is key. So I would not be sending out every Friday and then all of a sudden go quiet for 6 weeks and then pop up again and then don't send anything for 2 months. I think the power of email communication is building a relationship with your consumers and being reliable and knowing that they can expect something from you. If that means that you can only send one email a month, that's all it needs to be. I only contact my email list every other Friday. They know that every other Friday and every other Thursday, I put it on my social media being like, it's coming out tomorrow. Make sure you're on my mailing list. If you are struggling with once a month, I would just really try, because I think actually it's just too long of a time to go 5, 6, 7 weeks. It's not enough to have any sort of impact. Tell them first Monday of the month, last Friday of the month, whatever it is, but just communicate to them and then honor it, because telling them that they're going to get it and actually delivering on it will really raise your brand. So I think there is no set rule apart from just try and be as consistent as possible.
Perfect. Great advice. Again, thank you. Thanks for that.